G'day and welcome. You know, Mako Tackle has established itself as one of this country's leading suppliers of quality fishing tackle equipment. Since the 1970s, they've built a really rock-solid reputation as a manufacturer and supplier of quality recreational gear. Today, I'm going to introduce you to this range of Mako Tackle fish smokers. And hopefully we'll show you how to prepare a delicious smoked dish that will tantalise your taste buds. Preserving fish and meats with smoke has been around for thousands of years. This preserving process was essential as refrigerators, freezers and canning are only recent technologies. In the modern age, we have no problems in keeping food fresh, and smoked meats have become something of a delicacy. There are two distinct ways of smoking fish: hot smoke and cold smoke. Cold smoke is too involved, slow and cumbersome for most people, and for convenience, hot smoking has become the preferred option. There's a fish smoker that's right for you depending on your situation and location. The three smokers we'll look at today are the Travelers Compact, which is ideal for campers because it's collapsible. Then we've got the medium portable stainless steel fish smoker and the larger family size portable stainless steel fish smoker, which is perfect for the big family occasions or when you've got a whole heap of people out camping. Now we're going to demonstrate each one today. We're going to show you how to cook some beautiful perch and salmon, some very tender chicken, and we'll finish off with some really tasty sausages. After you've watched this brief video demonstration, you'll be ready to put your skills into action. But be warned, once you've tasted quality smoked meats, it can become somewhat addictive. The aim is to cook the fish slowly, with smoke all round. Both the smoke and its flavour are carried through the fish by the movement of its juices during the cooking process. Whilst most types of fish can be smoked, some are better than others, usually the ones with a higher oil content, like trout, Atlantic salmon, tailor, marlin, albacore and bluefin tuna are all good. Okay, let's start with fish and the Traveller Compact Fish Smoker. Now it's very important when you're using fish that it is completely thawed out. You don't want any moisture left in the fish, as this will drip onto your sawdust and it'll ruin the smoking process. It's preferable to keep your fillets to about 10 millimetres in thickness. This is the ideal thickness as it allows complete cooking and the thorough process of the smoke going through the fish. Now for the brine solution. In about 1 litre of water, you'll need to add enough salt to be able to float a potato just to the surface. If you're a bit worried about the tarty flavour in salty briny water, you can add a couple of tablespoons of sugar or to the litre of water about 150 ml of vinegar. You can experiment with these mixtures just to get the proportion of the taste that you prefer in your own mind. Place your fish in the brine. Generally 20 to 30 minutes for fish, 10 to 15 minutes for chicken is ideal. But again, up to you. Experiment with it, find out where you're at and where you like it. Now to the sawdust. Place a thin layer of sawdust over the inside tray of your fish smoker. Care should be taken to ensure that you use the proper sawdust, as sawdust with too much gum or resin will ruin the taste of your fish. Extra packets of sawdust are available from your nearest Mako Tackle supplier. Some of my favourites are hickory. This has a pungent, smoky, bacon-like flavour and is good for all smoking, especially pork and ribs. Jam. This one has a sweet, woodsy flavour and is good with all meats. Mallee offers an extra strong, earthy flavour and is good on most meats, especially beef and fish, and vegetables as well. Mesquite. This also has an earthy flavour and is good on most meats. Olive has a very subtle flavour and is great with fish. There's plenty more for you to try, including peach, she oak and wine. And my own personal recommendations, the Versatile Unique Blend, which contains sweet and strong earthy flavours. Okay, step now, we'll remove the fish from the brine solution. Place it on a towel, or you can use paper towels, whichever you've got handy at the time. Spread this out. Drying the excess moisture off is very important, as we discussed earlier, as we don't want any of the moisture dripping down onto the sawdust and causing problems there with the sawdust not smoking properly. Spread your fillets onto the trays. Then, with a simple basting brush, a little bit of oil over each of the fillets, What this does is seals in the juices and gives the fish some nice colour. The fish has been oiled and we're ready for the methylated spirits burner. You need to be aware that with these things you don't want to be filling it any more than halfway. With the heat and the expansion, the methylated spirits can overflow and create a fire hazard, so just be aware of that. If you are cooking on a plastic surface as we are today, you'll need to use a heat shield just to protect your plastic tops from the heat, which will be reflected back from the burner. So we need now to light the burner, and once that's lit, close the holes off till they're just about half open. Get that thing to do that. Then place your smoker over the top so the burner's in the centre of that. Put the lid on, just leave that for your 8 minutes. Okay, the 8 minutes are up, so we'll just have a quick check of this. Whew, look at that. And doesn't that smell beautiful? So now all we need to do is remove the smoker from the burner, leaving the lid on the smoker for a further 5 minutes. Cooking times can be varied. Put out the flame on the burner with the cap provided. And finally, remove the lid from the smoker and the fish is ready for your eating. Enjoy. Here's a few things to take note of. Do not remove the lid during the smoking process. Never refill the metho burner while alight, and always empty out burnt sawdust and use new sawdust for cooking. Okay, now we're preparing some chicken. As before, the optimum thickness of course is about 10 millimetres. That gives us the best flavour with the smoke. So with a 10 mil into the brine solution. You need to remember this time that instead of 20 to 30 minutes, we'll only be looking at about 10 to 15 this time. So once we've got our chicken in the brine, we're ready to go and do something else. Okay, for the chicken, we're going to use the jam, which is from the acacia tree out on the WA wheat belt. So it's the same process as before. Putting the sawdust over the centre of the tray, getting a nice coverage. Now we'll be cooking the chicken for a little bit longer than the fish. That's just mainly to taste. We like to leave it there for about just a couple of minutes longer than we did with the fish. Just summarising. Fill your metho burner halfway, place the chicken on the supplied trays. Now carefully light the metho burner and place the smoker over the burner. Place a lid on the smoker and cooking time for chicken will approximately be 10 to 12 minutes. When the cooking's done, put out the flame on the burner with the cap provided, then remove the lid from the smoker, and once again your food is ready for eating. Lastly, we're going to do some sausages in the large stainless steel family size smoker, and for this we're going to use hickory, which has the pungent smoky bacon-like flavour, which worldwide is the most popular sawdust flavour around. So firstly, We'll have some of the sausages. We'll just butterfly a few of these. One of the major advantages with sausages, of course, is once they're butterflied, we have fast cooking time. There's no need to soak them in brine, no need to oil them. Put them on the trays the same as the chicken, 10 to 12 minutes, they'll be beautiful. Okay, the sausages should just about be done by now, so let's have a look at those. Well, don't they look fantastic? Almost good enough to eat. We'll put a few of these here on the plate. So we can mix that with a bit of green salad, and that's just beautiful. Many recipes will call for smoked fish, meat or sausages. Imagine how much nicer they're going to be if you can include your own home-cooked smoked meals with that. Is fire a problem? If you can't use fire, here's a solution. It's called cold smoking. In addition to the range of sawdust blends, Mako Tackle also have a cold smoking product. Pickle and smoke mix. This is another interesting product. You can marinate your fish, your chicken in this for an 8-hour period, and what it'll do is it'll give you a beautiful flavoured meat without having to use a flame. So just to bear that in mind for future reference. Well, I've had a great time cooking this up. Got some beautiful smoked fish, smoked chicken, sausage, fresh garden salad, glass of red wine. Hey, does life get any better than this? Well, bon appetit. I'm off to enjoy this. Cheers.